Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to convene this meeting of the Board of Trustees and ask the Secretary to please note the attendance.
A quorum is present.
Thank you to everyone who has joined us here today, as well as everyone joining the live stream of today's special announcement. WOSU Public Media has been a wonderful partner in getting all of this coordinated, and we are grateful for their support. To everyone involved, we appreciate your flexibility. As you know, the Board of Trustees announced in February the official process for the search for the next president of this university. The Presidential Search Committee included two subcommittees working in tandem. The Presidential Selection Subcommittee, consisting of 7 trustees, and the University Advisory Subcommittee, composed of faculty, students, and staff. I had the honor of serving as chair of the search committee and joined Jeff Kaplan, Elizabeth Kessler, Tom Mitevsky, Lou Bonder, Dr. Reggie Wilkinson, and John Zeiger on the Presidential Selection Subcommittee. Thank you for your engagement and contributions throughout this process. The University Advisory Subcommittee included 20 Ohio State students, faculty members, and staff members. This group was charged with representing and seeking engagement from the broader university. The Advisory Subcommittee organized feedback and input through forums open to members of the campus community. And based on what they heard and discussed, created the university portrait and the presidential profile. Janet Box Stephansmeyer, distinguished university professor, Werner Liff Professor of Political Science, and Professor of Sociology in the College of Arts and Sciences, and Philip Popovich, Ray W. Poplington Research Distinguished Chair in the Department of Neuroscience in the College of Medicine, served as co-chairs of the Advisory Subcommittee. Our gratitude goes to the co-chairs and all the subcommittee members for adding this important work to their already busy schedule. If I can pause for just one moment, I want to acknowledge Dr. Vox Stephansmeyer, who recently received the 2023 Frank J. Goodnow Award. The award is given by the American Political Science Association to one individual or organization each year to honor distinguished service to their profession. I bring it up first to say congratulations, Dr. Vox Stephansmeyer. Second, I note it as an example of how the members of our campus community embody those qualities brought forth in the searches community forums. Finally, the university retained education executives to serve as our executive search firm. In addition, Jesse Eveland, our board secretary, and then Ann Garcia, our senior vice president and general counsel, were with the committee each step of the way. My deep thanks for your vital support and invaluable contributions. Overall, the search was exhaustive. To begin populating the candidate pool, the search firm reached out to about 50 individuals. In addition, about 100 nominations were submitted through the search website, some number of whom were among the individuals our consultants reached out to on behalf of the committee. As you know, we have intentionally protected the confidentiality of all of the candidates involved in this process, and we will continue to do so. One candidate, after meeting with the full Board of Trustees, emerged as one top choice, and we are excited today to welcome him here today. Our recommendation for the 17th president of the Ohio State University is Walter Ted Carter Jr. He currently serves as the president of the University of Nebraska system. President Carter brings an unparalleled combination of strategic leadership and true service, and we could not be more thrilled to welcome him and his family to Ohio State as we begin a new academic year today. President Carter has served American higher education and his country in the highest capacities for almost 40 years. As president of the University of Nebraska system, he leads 4 campuses, including the University of Nebraska Medical Center of almost 70,000 students, faculty, and staff. He's a graduate of the United States Naval Academy and a Navy fighter weapons school known as Top Gun, and holds educational credentials from the Navy Nuclear Power School, the U.S. Air Force Air War College, the Naval War College, and the Armed Forces Staff College. Prior to serving as president of the Nebraska system, a land-grant institution like Ohio State, President Carter led the U.S. Naval Academy as its longest continuously serving superintendent since the Civil War. During his tenure, the Naval Academy achieved multiple top national rankings while setting institutional records for student success. He also previously served as president of the U.S. Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island, leading 1,600 resident and then 100,000 distance education students pursuing graduate level education. He's a retired vice admiral with 38 years of service. He received the Distinguished Flying Cross with Combat Distinction for valor and is a recipient of the Bronze Star. At Nebraska, President Carter has focused on greater access and opportunities for the state's students and families. He launched the Nebraska Promise, a financial aid program guaranteeing full tuition coverage for low and middle income students. Additionally, he implemented a budget plan that included a 2-year tuition freeze. Under his leadership, Nebraska saw system-wide growth in enrollment, including record-setting gains among underrepresented students. Nebraska has also been ranked among the world's top 100 institutions for earning research patents during his tenure, and launched plans for a major expansion of programs at the University of Nebraska Medical Center, as well as a significant enhancement of the medical center's presence across the state. Last year, Carter received the U.S. Naval Academy Distinguished Graduate Award, the highest honor bestowed upon Academy graduates. Recognizing exceptional leadership and service, the award has been given to just 110 individuals, including former President Jimmy Carter and former Senator John McCain. This year, by request of the Secretary of the Navy, he served on the Naval Education Task Force, charged with delivering a strategic vision for the future of higher education in a naval service, including advancing the country's leadership in cybersecurity. President Carter currently serves on the boards of the American Council on Education, the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities Council of Presidents, the Big Ten Council of Presidents and Chancellors, and the U.S. Council on Competitiveness. He's a former student athlete, having played ice hockey for 4 years at the U.S. Naval Academy, his alma mater. We are also delighted to be introducing Linda Carter, who met Ted at a hockey game while she was an undergraduate at the University of Maryland, her alma mater. The couple has been married for 41 years and have 2 adult children. In 2019, Linda received the Distinguished Public Service Award from the Secretary of the Navy. In summary, the committee's recommended candidate brings an unparalleled combination of strategic leadership and true service. President Carter will begin his tenure at Ohio State on January 1st, 2024. Until then, the Board of Trustees also recommends the appointment of Dr. Peter Mora to serve as acting president through the end of the calendar year. Dr. Mora currently serves as Executive Vice President for Research, Innovation, and Knowledge, leading efforts to grow Ohio State's research and creative expression enterprise. He has been with Ohio State since 2011, serves on the university's president's cabinet, and is a trusted and proven leader. We are grateful that he has agreed to serve in this role, and then he will work closely with President Carter to provide a seamless transition in the new year. On behalf of myself and the entire Board of Trustees, I also want to thank the members of the university's President's Cabinet for your excellent leadership over the last month. We have appreciated working with you and all you do for Ohio State. And thank you in advance for your continued support of Dr. Mora and of President Carter during his transition and beyond. We were absolutely determined to find the next great leader for Ohio State in today's highly complex and competitive higher education environment. I believe we have done just that. I now move that the Board of Trustees appoints Ted Carter as president of Ohio State and Peter Moller as acting president. The resolutions for the appointment of the president and personnel actions are at your seats and are available in your materials. It is also available for the public to view upon request. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Before we vote, we will open up the floor for discussion. Would anyone like to make additional comments?
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
if I might, please. First, I'd like, on behalf of the rest of the board, to express a word of thanks to Dr. Fujita for what has been stellar leadership as we have proceeded through this search. He emphasized repeatedly as we interviewed numerous candidates that we needed to find a candidate that all 7 members of the search committee could be enthusiastic about endorsing. And I am so pleased that our efforts produced just exactly that, a candidate that everyone is very committed to and enthusiastic about. Remarkably, in my mind, and Dr. Fujita also delivered this process on exactly the timeline he set on day 1, which some of us thought was a bit aggressive, but he did say that before the end of August we would have a new president designated, and he drove that process from beginning to end in a very fair, comprehensive, and in my view, very positive way. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you for all you have done in this process, and we really do value how you have led us.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair Zaiga, for your support and advice and the partnership and friendship throughout this entire process. And this goes to all the trustees, my fellow trustees, and my colleagues at the university, because this was a clearly team effort. But one thing which I can say is that as a Japanese person, I am very punctual. So I keep my timeline.
Punctual indeed.
Thank you.
2 other quick points. One of the things that was brought home to me when I had the privilege of serving on the search committee was the nationally consistent regard for Ohio State. As we talked to people from the East Coast to the West Coast and every place in between, including Nebraska, we found that there is a great degree of respect for this institution, for its academic and research excellence, its sound finances, and frankly, everyone constantly commented on the bright prospects for Ohio State's future. And sometimes in the day-to-day we forget just what a remarkable institution this is, and it was brought home to me again throughout the search process. And the other point I would make is that we did see a lot of very, very fine candidates. And at the end of the day, you have to make judgments as best you can based upon not only experience and qualifications, but you turn back to the basic values of Ohio State, which we have in our little pocketbook that we carry around. And those qualities include excellence, diversity in ideas and people, inclusion, access and affordability, innovation, collaboration, and perhaps most importantly, integrity, transparency, and trust. And I think we all feel very strongly that we have identified and brought here a candidate in Ted Carter that has lived every one of those values. So we could not be more pleased and excited about your future leadership, Ted. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Zaiga. Any other comments from anyone at the table? Well, thank you all. Unless there are additional comments, a motion has been made and seconded. Will the secretary please call the roll?
Mr. Kerner?
Yes.
Ms. Schwein?
Yes.
Mr. Skestos?
Yes.
Mr. Caston?
Yes.
Mr. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Bigby?
Yes.
Mr. Matevsky?
Yes.
Mr. Kiggin?
Yes.
Mrs. Harsh?
Yes.
Mr. Kaplan?
Yes.
Mr. Von Thaer?
Yes.
Ms. Kessler?
Yes.
Mr. Heminger?
Yes.
Mr. Stockmeister?
Yes.
Mr. Zeiger?
Yes.
Dr. Fujita?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. And now, it is my great honor to introduce everyone to the 17th President of the Ohio State University, incoming President Walter Ted Carter Jr., and his wife, Mrs. Linda Carter. President Carter, thank you for being here with us today, and welcome to Ohio State. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Chair Fujita. Wow. What a true honor. I can't tell you how humbled I am by the support I have received. I'm speaking on behalf of myself and my wife, Linda. This is the greatest honor of my career, to be appointed president of this great university. Ohio State is a land-grant institution. It is the state flagship. The university's motto, as all of you know, education for citizenship. All of this speaks to service for the greater good. In the education we provide, the discoveries we make, the partnerships we have with families and organizations in our communities. Throughout my career, I have been driven by a sense of service at the highest level. And I was drawn to Ohio State because it operates at the highest levels in academics, research and scholarship, clinical care, the arts, athletics, and so much more. Ohio State is a large and complex organization. This is the type of environment that I have worked and lived with for many, many years. What I look for and what I have often found are those comparatively simple and seemingly small commonalities that unite us. In higher education, itself a complex space, as we all know, and at Ohio State, we all share the mission to educate and be educated. We are continuously striving to master the art of teaching and learning. There is no greater, no more honorable pursuit, and it is a lifelong journey. And for me, it started all the way back to my day in rural Rhode Island, where my mother was an English teacher. I saw the passion that she had, my grandmother, my sister, my wife's mother, all of them educators. And for me to attend the Navy Fighter Weapons School, Top Gun, in 1985 as a young 26-year-old lieutenant, that was the beginning. Not about being the best of the best, but really understand what it means to be an educator. I wore the patch of Top Gun for my entire career. I never left the teaching and learning space. And as I had the privilege to move through the U.S. Naval War College, the United States Naval Academy, and the University of Nebraska, my passion for education has grown only greater year by year. Ohio State is a big place, but its strength is that it is also a place where people can find their niche, their area of study and expertise, their communities within the larger Buckeye community. It's home to 66,000 students, some 8,000 faculty, and about 32,000 staff. There are 600,000 living alumni. Remarkable. It includes one of the most renowned academic medical centers in the world. My point, and it's why Ohio State was such a natural choice for Lynn and me, is that Ohio State has almost unparalleled potential to bring people together to address the most complex challenges that face our state, our country, and our world. I feel like I have been preparing my entire life for an event that I honestly did not see coming. Ohio State offers one of the highest profile jobs in American higher education, and higher education needs respected spokespeople to advocate for education and lifelong learning. I know that education across our nation is somewhat under attack, and I believe The Ohio State University is that institution that can change the course of that dialogue, and I am excited about that potential. Lynn and I are honored and excited to be welcomed into this community. I want to thank the Board of Trustees and the members of the search committee, particular Dr. Jan Bach-Steffensmeyer and Dr. Philip Popovich, both of whom I've had the opportunity to speak with, and I thank them for their support. I also want to express my gratitude to Peter Moeller, who, as Chair Fujita just noted, will serve as acting president until I begin on January 1st. Now, Peter and I have had some time to get to know each other, and I can tell you, having met hundreds of thousands of people in my life, he and I already have this kindred spirit that was lit immediately. We just felt instantly connected. I can't wait to see what you will do as acting president. Peter, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, President Carter and the board, and honored and humbled to serve in the role of acting president. This year marks my 12th at Ohio State. As a faculty researcher, as chief scientific officer of the Wexner Medical Center, and now as a part of the university's broader research and innovation team, a team that encompasses all those devoted to research, creative expression, and innovation at Ohio State. President Carter, as you've seen, this is truly a special place and a special community. I love Ohio State, and working with so many incredible faculty, staff, and students remains a joy and a great motivator. I can't wait to start each day, and it's because of the work that we get to do is so important to so many. I appreciate that you feel the same. I also want to thank the Board of Trustees for their trust and the faculty, staff, and students for their support of me over the last decade. I look forward to the next months and to the new year that we'll all work together. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter, and thank you to everyone for your support of Linda and me. We also can't wait to get started. I look forward to meeting many more of our students, faculty, and staff in the coming months. In the meantime, go Bucks!